You have an iPad? So you can see. All right.
Okay.
All right. Watch out. The new hit show in your chest. So the new hit show in
We
your
are
chest.
live.
Oh, the butterfly up on the line. The butterfly. The butterfly up on the line.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
Yes,
oh, the
yes,
butter-
yes.
Damaged
Here,
now.
here, here. Oh Lord.
what
Andrew,
damage?
here, put this the straw.
What damage?
No, here, here. Straw. This goes inside. Okay.
The fabric.
The
Oh,
fabric. She was
oh,
trying not to, yes, to
oh.
avoid it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Tanya, you ready?
Nope.
Let's give people more time to get on.
Oh no.
Let's see how much people down right now. Oh, we have 3 people on right now. People commenting already. So 3 people on right now.
Oh shoot.
You know,
Oh Lord.
yeah, man, you can take a picture.
I gotta call Kayla. I don't know her login. Oh my! I have to touch ID. Wait. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Look.
The Jamaican connection, they want to see.
That's a really good shot in the beach.
Yeah.
Just wait a long way for your Instagram.
Okay.
Okay. Hello from Hawaii. Oh, Bamba.
Wow.
Hello there in Hawaii. Right.
Hawaii.
Aloha. Aloha. Hey, we have D in the house. We have a little audience. Okay. Okay, eat your heart out, Steve Harvey.
If I can get this touch ID to work.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Who's that?
Oh
I've been
no.
to Hawaii for real.
Andrew. Oh, technical difficulties again.
Oh, man, yo,
I just can't get it right.
Kari can't get right from life. The female version.
Oh no! Now it says iPad unavailable. Try again in 1 minute. No,
Okay,
this is not happening.
nobody with it. Nobody with it. D, we're gonna need you to what people type in. Tell us what they're saying.
Tell us what they're saying. Yes, thank you. Come closer. Come closer. Bring your chair. Oh, the comments.
Let's go on YouTube. You're a subscriber already, so you'll see the
The
comments.
comments.
Yeah, once you go on the live, you'll see.
Okay. We are live. What?
You're
The
a
app.
subscriber, right?
Go onto the app. And go on in your chest.
Yeah, you'll see the live.
No, you're sitting and seeing.
Once again, thank you guys for joining us. We're here on this beautiful evening here on Fort Lauderdale Beach, and we're just getting ready to set up. We're just getting everybody into the live right now. We have a nice little audience here, and I'm trying to not to speak in my sexy voice, so I can sound smart.
We're going to have to speak louder.
No, what if I start louder?
Okay.
I can't hear from right there.
Everybody good?
I gotta introduce you.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Now, can you hear us well?
Yeah, they can hear us
Okay.
good. They can hear us good.
All of the people that are here, and I need my chair so I can communicate the whole thing.
What chair I talk about? Okay. All right. Okay. So we can.
She's going to introduce us.
What's this? Oh.
Thank you. Tony's going to introduce us.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad everybody is here, and I guess people walked away. And can you hear over there? You're good. Want to come a little closer?
Yeah.
Okay.
The podcast today is about finding your peace and why did it escape. And so many people so often are usually not in a place where they really want to talk about it. And so often in our business, working in people's homes and client homes, we've seen so many through the years, most homes are broken through communication, mental illness, and not being heard and not being able to communicate what they're going through. And usually when people call us into their home or homestyle decorator, it's a last minute emergency. It's a dire need more so than I just bought a new house and I just want to decorate. Something has been broken and something has gone bad, and now they need to fix it. But what I've learned through the years, it's not really that they want to design or decorate. It's something
It's
within
missing.
the relationship within the house,
Yep.
the marriage with themselves or unhealed trauma. And once you get past all of that noise, then you're able to really see the beauty. And usually you end up being a therapist within
I was just going to say that.
yeah,
I think you call it the wrong people. They're calling the wrong people.
yeah, they're calling the wrong people. So we end up being therapists and then we end up after
Yeah.
doing the work, we're feeling depleted more so than
Yeah.
victorious in the job.
Yeah.
So you're giving your life, and now not only you losing your peace, you have given all of your peace to this family, and you're left to rebuild yourself all over again. So that's what we're talking about today with Andrew and Terry. This podcast is In Your Chest, and he is an expert on relationships.
Well, hold on. I'm not an expert.
I'll take that back.
Let's pump the brakes.
Okay.
I'm not an expert, but I can say that I'm very opinionated and I understand certain things, but I'm not an expert.
I
Please,
like your humble
please do not,
Okay.
please don't put that pressure on me.
Okay, we'll take that. I'll ease up that pressure. And Terry is a pro organizer. You are that, right?
I am a pro
She is a
home
pro.
organizer.
She is a pro.
Organize your space, organize your life. That's
Yes,
what I do.
And the beautiful thing about her business is really where she dives in and helps family. Family, in order for you to have a level of chaos and clutter, your peace has been taken in so many ways, and that's where she dives in. And so we're going to be talking about reclaiming your peace and how you need to find it. And these two, I'm going to pass this on to Andrew and Terry, and for you to dive into that conversation and segue into it.
Thank you so much, Tony.
We're here again, Tari. Up top.
Stop.
Ah.
Okay.
All right. Well, finding your peace. I
We
think.
need a strong voice, not that sexy voice.
Okay,
Yes.
the sexy voice. I only have one voice.
Uh-huh.
Well, the thing about finding your peace is like sometimes I feel like when you have to find your peace, it means it's like you feel lost about something. You know what I mean? There's something missing, and like she was saying that people want to like buy new furniture or get a car or do something that they're trying to escape from the actual realism of what it is that your peace. But sometimes you can't really identify what's missing. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, how do you actually find that part? I think you got to actually find yourself where the things that you actually like to do.
Yes.
Because a lot of times we do things that we think that we need to do, but it's not really what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And when the things that you enjoy doing, somehow or another it comes together where it's like, okay, I'm finding myself again.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like whatever you actually like to do, no matter what it is, it's like do that. Instead of doing what everybody else is saying, okay, you should do this and do that and do that. And then you're still lost.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
yeah.
she's trying to actually get her home decorated. She really don't even care about the house like that. You know what I mean? She actually probably care about something like a gardening or being just going on the beach or whatever. Do those things, and then slowly but surely, I think your mind will like connect with your body, and then you can see that, okay, you know what? I feel like myself again.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times that's what it is. It's like it's just a missing part of just like the things I used to like to do. You stop doing those things.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, people that say that okay, I'm trying to find my peace, they're not doing the things that they like to do.
Right.
They're not doing the
No.
things they like to do.
No.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like a lost relationship, a lost marriage, or whatever. You're thinking that, okay, you need that person or you need that marriage. Okay, but you need you too. Like,
Yeah.
well, what about you?
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, man. But it's like it's not that difficult. But it's just that you have to actually do things that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Period. What you think about that?
Yeah, I think for me, that was very hard to find my peace initially because I would put everybody first, my dad would say like, you're running around a whole lot for a lot of people. How often do they run around for you? In my 20s. And that was like so profound for me because I didn't realize I was doing that because I was just doing me, like being the giving person I am and just taking care of everybody else. And that continued. It's like I couldn't help it. I took care of my kids. I took care of my students. I took care of, the administrators. at the school whatever they needed. I took care of my husband, and I essentially put myself last. And it's not until now that I hit my 40s where I had to like change that completely and go, okay, no, you've raised everybody else, you've taken care of everybody else. You now have to put yourself first. And that's where I found my like, you know, breaking point, or I reached my rock bottom where I had to say, okay, no, you need to like take care of you. What do you enjoy doing? I enjoy going to the beach. I enjoy being creative, right? I was creative when I walked into the classroom year one, but like, you know, once politics came and just, you know, the demands of teaching came, it took over, I lost my creativity. I lost myself in the classroom.
So you think it's a form of somewhat being selfish for yourself?
Yes. I had to be selfish for myself and say, okay, well now.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. And you know, it was okay because I had to raise my kids. I realized I couldn't really spend time for myself because I went from one child to three. And that was a lot for me.
Yeah.
You know, I went through postpartum depression. I went through a lot. So, and I didn't even know I went through postpartum depression. So my pregnancies were very rough, and I got through it, but I had to go back to work to get through it. I couldn't stay home with my kids. I went to work just to get away from them, but not because I don't love them, but it was just too much. All too much.
So you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that other responsibilities can cause you to stop doing things for yourself.
For yourself, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
maybe we need to actually like try to recognize when we're not doing the things that we actually like to do.
Yeah.
So you not lose yourself, because now you're caught up in just making everything that you're responsible for accomplished and just putting yourself last.
Yeah.
Because you have to put yourself first in order to make everybody else, you know, get the best of you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, so that's what I feel when it comes to like, as far as like finding your peace. When you lose your peace, is because you're being responsible for other things.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but I found it again, you know, thank God. And now I can set boundaries and say, hey, I can't do this. You know, you have to learn to say no, honestly, because I was the yes girl.
It's easy for me.
I was the yes.
It's easy for me to say no. I have to love myself. In order for me to be myself and for you to receive the best of me, I have to just put me first. I mean, everybody has to put themselves first in order to be the best them. You know what I'm saying? Because as soon as you just keep giving, and to the wrong person or the wrong situation, you'll lose yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
You just lose yourself so easily. So it's like, why not put all the love into you, you know, first, and then, okay, I can give you the best of me. I just can't do it, man. I will always love myself first.
Well, let me ask you this question, and like these ladies and these gentlemen, when you love yourself as a woman or a man and you're in a relationship, most women end up giving so much of themselves in a relationship. You're cooking, you're having sex.
Hold on, man.
Wait.
Hold on.
Turn that thing around again.
Hold on.
That's what they want to hear.
Hold on, you're saying having sex like it's a chore. What the hell?
Come a chore sometimes.
No,
Ladies?
Hold on, man.
Ladies?
Hold on.
Speak up. I can't hear. They can't.
You gotta fit it in. That's requires time.
It becomes a chore, and let me tell you.
I don't want that.
Yeah, okay, you don't want that.
I don't want no chore sex. I don't want that.
That's the problem in the house, and that's where the peace come into place. This is why this is important, because women end up breaking, right? It becomes a chore and no longer pleasure, because now the house is messed. She got to take care of the kids. She has to go to work. She got to keep herself pretty. She got to keep these up. She got to do all of this stuff, and she still got to come home to you saying you had a hard day at work and lay down and give me
But hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. No, hold on for a second.
Listening. How long you guys been married?
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. We always talk about this communication thing, but the problem is,
You have an audience member.
Oh, you have okay. Go ahead.
we're always talking about this. We always talk about this.
Hold on. You have an audience.
Came for a reunion, and she's so tired of going back to the normal. And she said, "Oh boy, can I get home?" After all this travel,
Speak up, mommy.
I
Speak
have
up.
to keep up myself.
Man, what kind of stuff is going on out here, man?
Wait. Go ahead.
It's not a matter of being selfish, but it's just that
No, I hear what you're saying, but it sounds like it's dreadful. That's no. I gotta have sex with him. That's wild to me. Listen. I think the hardest conversations to have are
Maybe
the
just
toughest.
the frame of mind that she was in, maybe even before she left.
But that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
the frame of mind that she was in. That she's saying that maybe it was the frame of mind that
Have a
she was
good
in before
time,
she left.
relaxing, find her peace. And then she has to go back
Oh,
home.
so she found her peace without him, and then she had to go home.
Right.
Yes.
But that's a problem. Your peace is not your husband or your marriage. That's the problem.
So what is peace
To you.
to you?
The peace to me is for me
Oh,
to.
peace is within yourself.
Correct.
Okay.
I was just about to
Mildred
say
says
that.
peace is within
If
yourself.
if I'm with somebody and I can't still feel my peace, that's not the right person for me. A person's supposed to come with you and it be an addition to your peace.
Right, but here we go. We're talking about the household, right? Are you finding your peace? And why did it escape you? A lot of women lose their peace. She came with her peace, full woman, educated, smart, skin glowing, skinny weight. The woman come mostly to a man together. It's within that relationship she breaks.
That's the wrong guy. That's the problem.
Not
Yes, it's the wrong guy.
Go ahead.
Right. When you first come together as a couple, it's just the unit of the two of you. You're building a life together. It's exciting. You're in love. It's fresh. And it lasts some time. But then comes the real life side of it. You have a couple of kids. Now you buy a house. You got a mortgage, the car payments, the work. You got to feed the kids, bathe the kids, cook for the kids, get the clothes, the homework. You sign this. And it happens unintentionally.
The base is important though. The base is
gets ingrained.
the base is. I think
all of that.
I think the base is important though. The base of the relationship.
Yes, of
Meaning like if you guys are like friends or you guys actually like each other.
Yeah.
'Cause a lot of times when you like someone, you actually treat them better than you love someone. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not like I understand what you're saying. Life happens, but a lot of times we don't really have real, honest, hard conversations about how we really feel, especially with guys. If a woman tells you telling her man exactly how she feels, we don't really hear it per se because we don't understand it. It's two different worlds. We really understand this after the fact. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if you can have somebody that you can communicate with where they really truly understand, that's a blessing. But it doesn't happen all the time. And I'm saying that's what's we're gonna keep having this issue every single time. You get what I'm saying? Because you're right. You know, this happens, babies, mortgage, you know, so it's like we lose that. But like, man, what is the base of the relationship? Do you guys really just are really good friends or you guys understand each other? Like, let's go back to the basics. You know, can he go there with you? Can you go there with him? It's just, the relationships are just tough, man. You know, you guys still love each other, but it's like, can we get back to that point? You know what I mean? With all the distractions. So it's tough. It's going to keep happening. You know, that's why we always have breakups and marriages and divorces and get-togethers. The cycle just continues.
Well, let me ask you a question. That's a good point that you made. The cycle continue, and it's tough. Are you saying within a household, within a marriage, or someone who's dating long term, or even somebody who's single trying to get out there? So it's tough. And we know that when you get in a relationship, something's going to break. It's like driving a new car. You get it off the lot, it's pretty. You're like, ooh, you know, you sign the paper, you got this car. Now you're in it, you're hitting the gas, and you don't like the way the gas moves. But right?
You
That's
get what you
a
pay for.
relation is. It's
Yes.
a test drive. So do we give up our peace? Because we know we're going to end up getting broken. Somebody end up getting broken and losing their peace.
Never
We
give
end
up your
losing
peace,
our
man.
peace. You
Okay.
end up losing your
Let
peace.
me give you an example. You like the beach, right? I don't like the beach. Say me and you get together. You like the beach, I don't like the beach. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. Because what happens in the beginning, we do a lot of compromising.
Well,
That's my point. In the beginning, we do a lot of
But
compromising.
that's the car we to drive. That's the car we're testing. We're hitting the brakes.
So that's why the hard decision to make is, you know what? She's not for me, or he's not for me in the beginning.
Right.
Instead of saying, you know what? I can make this work. A lot of times we compromise and we know in the long run this shit is not going to work.
Not necessarily. Sometimes it takes you about 5 years.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't.
No, it takes you
No,
longer.
man.
Yeah, because I disagree with that
man.
because I have my political views. Like, I'm a Democrat. My husband does not want to have nothing to do with politics at all. But we make it work. I respect his views, which are none. He just doesn't want to have anything to do with it. But I'm very passionate as a Democrat. So we just have to work it out. You know, I just make sure that I do not express my political views to him. You know, at first it was tough, but now I've realized, like, it is what it is. This is something I'm just going to have to accept in our marriage. But I don't love him any less. I don't, because this is what I signed up for. I signed up.
Take your peace.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying. It does not take my peace like that. Yes, yes.
Because the thing is, a lot of people get in a relationship and they don't show their true self. That's why you have catfish. They go and they put on the best car drive, and you don't know right away.
Man.
Right? So
Give me 5 or 10 years later, and then these little things.
No, listen, it doesn't take that long, man. Listen, it doesn't
That
take that
took a long
long.
time to. It does.
I don't know where you guys get that.
You always learn something from the person as the years go by.
It doesn't take long, right? Thank you. It doesn't take long. It doesn't, man. We see it.
Okay, that's the thing.
We
That's
see
the
it.
thing about women and men. See, we stay because we think that it does take time, and we're like, we're gonna work on it.
No, we don't take. It doesn't take long for us.
But listen, that's the problem. Because with women, we're gonna stay to take care of the kids. You know what?
You're compromising.
But that's the thing. Well, that's where the piece is being taken.
But that's not fair to us, because you're not really truly being honest. You're not truly being honest.
If we didn't compromise, there won't be a planet.
There wouldn't be family. There wouldn't be a family. Thank you, Mel.
That is true. That is true, because that is true.
Right? Okay. What say you to that? Yeah, statement.
That is true. I agree. I agree.
We compromise our waistline.
Oh, yes.
Compromise our integrity.
Oh,
we
yes.
compromise our eating because we don't want to cook all the time, and that robs us of our food.
That part.
Right?
That part.
We could be. Listen. Don't get them.
We compromise. Thank you. We compromise to take care of our kids. To get the family unit together.
As a parent, your greatest thing is your child's safety.
Yes.
And feeling loved.
Yes.
So as a woman, you're like, this might not be perfect, but everything else is so good. I have to make this work for my children.
Oh, yeah, that part.
I mean, you're absolutely right.
Because you think twice. Yeah.
So
It makes
basically,
you think twice about leaving.
So basically, once again, both men and women are sacrificing. We're sacrificing. Okay.
We sacrifice way more.
And then
Sacrifice our peace.
hold on.
Sacrifice our peace.
Hold up. Hold up.
You gotta stand your ground now. Don't get weak.
Listen, but you know what? You know what? You know.
Can I give an example of what she's referencing?
Yes.
She is Tony.
Let's just stick with what she mentioned as far as peace within the family unit and the household.
Yeah.
If you're going to work full time, you're doing all of the household chores and you're asking your husband to help with the children, to help with the chores. And they say, yes, I hear you, honey. They turn around and they just do the same thing over and over and they do nothing. You are interrupting her peace.
I just want to say something. Anytime a man says "I hear you," he doesn't. Yes. Yeah.
That's my whole point. What I'm
Yeah.
speaking to you.
I can't.
That interrupts a wife's peace within the household. If we're sticking to that only, that is what she's referencing, and I can attest to that.
Yeah.
It takes a toll on you as a mother
Yeah.
to literally take on the burden of everything, and you're asking for help, and you have to go to your mom, your dad, your
Oh my
cousin,
God.
your sister, everyone else to basically help with what the husband is supposed to do.
You know what's so crazy? I have a friend that's just like. I have a male friend that's just like that. I'm not like that. So I understand where you're coming, because I hear it a lot. The women complain about the same thing, but I'm so not like that. But I can understand where you just lose your peace. Like, damn, all I need is a little help. You know what I mean? And it makes so much more easier for us. Yeah. I get it. I can't defend the guys on that. I'm sorry. I'm not that way.
That's what it's all about.
Piggybacking off of her, it's once you do the asking, correct, and it's not comprehending, then what you do, you tell. You say, hey, it's not. This is what we're gonna do. But it starts to become natural.
There you go. And then the rest of yes, everything starts crumbling. Yeah. This is depressing.
Because it's going to keep on happening. You asking, it's going to be the same thing over and over. So now, okay, I'm going to tell him, look,
that's a Haitian ex-husband. I feel bad. He wasn't having it.
Hold on, man. Hold on. You blaming on the island thing? Hold on. Hold up.
That's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother. Listen, but okay, I have something to say about that. Okay.
That's another segment.
The other issue that I notice is with the men is that they just don't see the signs. You know, if like when I'm struggling, you know, I need help with the groceries. Yeah, I need help with the laundry. They just don't see. Hey, babe, can I help you with that? No, they miss the boat when it comes to that. It's like you have to say, okay,
I'm not like
help.
that. I can't refer to
I need help, but you know, wait, because in a man's mind, they think that, oh, you got it. The women always got it. We're so strong, and we got it. No, we don't got it. Do you see the look in my eyes? Do you see the toil? Do you see the toil in my body? You know, the sweat on my glands. Do you see that? No.
Terry, 1 second. Go ahead, just share.
I will share from experience. I was married for
25 years.
divorce, but I found my peace after. Okay. When the reason I didn't know my peace because I was too busy being a wife and mother. That was my life. Now, communication is easy. I will look it back. I'll tell anybody if you cannot communicate, don't even bother entering into a relationship. Because to your point, but you cannot expect them to know.
No, I agree.
Unfortunately, there's a stigmatism within, whereas men just have a one-track mind. They don't really think. They don't want to be bothered. They can't pretend what you come in and say.
That part.
But you have to have a conversation in order to have a successful marriage.
Tough conversation.
Because another thing too, you're going to change. She's going to change. You're going to change. Both will evolve.
Yes.
Some evolve for the better. Some evolve for the worse.
Yes.
But you have to have the conversation. Communication has to be part of it.
Yes, it does.
I agree.
And if it means on a daily basis, you got to sit down and you got to talk.
You know how hard it is for a man to have a conversation with his woman, like really honest conversation, because
And do you know how hard it is to be a woman? Wait a minute. To be a woman, to go out here, work for corporate America, around where it's predominantly men, to fight, make yourself known, and then come home, take care of kids, and then take care of you. And then you want to say, hello.
listen, let me tell you, because the thing about it is that no, I completely understand where she's coming from. It's just that the thing about it is with guys is like it's so hard for us to have real conversation, honest conversation with our women, because it's like we're so afraid of seeing hurt about what I'm about to say. So a lot of times we just deflect. And it's hard for guys to do it, man. I'm telling you as a guy.
What's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
I bet you know every layup, you know a three-point shot, you know every move. You studied it.
Yes.
You mastered it. You studied your woman.
No.
No. When you study and
I agree with you.
When you study and master her,
I agree.
and master what they
I agree with you.
won't have that.
No, I agree with you because I'm not that way.
I understand.
Because my best friend right here, she knows I'm not like that. Totally know I'm not. But a lot of guys can't be just straightforward honest. It's tough for us. It's tough. It's tough, man. I'm telling you.
Why is it so tough?
Because like I said,
It's so tough for a man to love a woman.
Yes.
No.
To know,
No.
you know,
No,
to know what the woman
Okay,
wants.
listen, we don't want to get off derail about peace.
But that's part of finding your peace.
My thing in and real this one.
But that is communication will help a woman and a man.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you. It's just that for guys to actually just have that honest conversation, we're worried about how you're going to act, your feelings. We're overthinking rather than just being straightforward about what's the actual issues.
But having the conversation
Makes it better. I agree with you.
It's simple.
I've been saying that for years.
What hurt you? What did I do to hurt you?
Mm-hmm.
What can I do to make you feel protected?
Yeah.
What can I make you feel secure?
Ooh.
What made you take your peace? How did the peace escape?
Yeah.
That is the thing.
Listen.
I think today, a lot of single women, whether you've been married for 25 years and divorced, man, after you've been married for a while, that peace that you once had, that was like a virgin. And we all had our virgin peace where we painted, we did fun things. You went outside and hung out with your friend and did fun things. There's an innocence of peace that has been taken from us, no matter how deep in love you were at one time, how great of a relationship you had with this person. But at some point in that relationship, you've given a large portion of your innocence and that peace. It's gone. It's been taken. No matter how great that relationship was, that thing is gone. And now you have to refine your peace, reclaim it in some way, somehow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's making me sad. It's like, I feel so bad, man. Like, I didn't know all this stuff was going on. I feel really.
Honestly, another time, you know, like you said, when you just start, everything's so lovey-dovey. It's like, oh, yay. And then one day, it just comes out and he says, oh, my God, you're such a nagger, like you're naggy. And I said, yeah, I love reading.
Oh.
And I had learned something from this lady once. And she said, I overheard her in her conversation. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but did you just get married? Or she's like, no, I've been with my husband for I don't know how many. I said, what is your secret? And she said, you know what, my husband told me, and my husband told me the same thing, but I wasn't open to understand what he was saying. He says, it doesn't matter if you're married or not, but you treat each other as if you're dating. And that was a huge change for our lives.
It makes a big difference, yeah.
I have to watch myself.
Yes,
When I was about to say something, would I say that? If I
Ah.
was dating you? And I'm like, oh no.
It's the comfortability
And then
factor.
one day, 6 months passed, my husband goes, oh my God, we have such a wonderful relationship. I know, and then he says that he's hammered. And I said, excuse me, it's both of us, but I realized I had to go, no, I'm not going to say that. Because if I was dating him, I would have not said
That's
that.
interesting.
So it made a humongous difference. So I said to him, you know, you did bring that up a long time, but I wasn't understanding it. I'm stubborn. I know I'm stubborn mule. And yeah, my sister, you know. And then I learned that, and then that changed our relationship for so much better because I no longer nag him anymore. I catch myself saying something and I'm like, no, I say thank you. And one thing I was telling you know what? Let's just laugh about stupid stuff. And we love all the most ridiculous things. And we have such a great time. So people told us the other day because my husband really was kissing me in the elevator. And he goes, no memory. He goes, soft kiss like that. We were kissing each other. And somebody must have thought we were just dating or we just were on our honeymoon.
Nice.
And we were cracking up.
Nice.
We've been together for 14, 15 years.
Beautiful.
We wanted to hear that.
Beautiful. I love that.
And you know what?
Are we losing light?
I learned that maybe somebody doesn't know because I learned this, and my husband and I were reading a lot about this. You know how when you ask your spouse, your male, you know, you ask them, what are you thinking? And they really say, nothing. It's actually true. There's a spot in the male's brain called the nothing box. And
gosh.
No, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the man. It's a good thing for the man because you no longer have to be like,
no, you're being,
thinking about a woman.
You're telling the truth. It's true.
It's really not thinking about nothing. It's actually a scientific.
It is true. It's very true.
It's actually true. You never knew that.
It's very true.
I learned that. I'm like, really? And he goes, they got away with it. It's really, we don't do that. Women,
always planning the list.
Okay.
I think we've been talking about something about a movie and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shoot, did I shut off the oven?
That's us. That's me.
And my husband tells me, we're just talking about this. How can you think about that? That means that you're not listening. I said, no.
Multitasking.
Men think one thing at a time.
Tunnel vision.
Built that way. You had what was your name? You had a question. You were
My mom,
say
Sonia.
Sonia.
I was wondering, you're talking about everything gets in the way. Mortgage, the kids. To be fair, I'm just thinking, in that life, these things occur because they're there. So what are you going to do? We just got married. While we have the kids, while we have the mortgage, and then maybe
Afterwards.
when we get past those, then
Hurdles.
we can maybe enjoy something else.
as they are now because they're both retired. So now they
So put
can
your piece on hold.
enjoy. Yeah.
want to put it on hold.
You want to put it on hold?
Let's
Let's
put it on hold.
Oh, you don't want to put it on hold.
She's saying fix it as it's happening.
Fix it as it's happening.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not going to be the way it was when you first ate it.
Correct.
No, it's not.
It's easy to keep it fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all that.
And growing together because you are going through different phases.
Well, lose light.
Yes.
Well, why don't we wrap this up?
Let's wrap it up.
I want to, and thank you everybody. I want to finish up with our forum, our Oceanside forum we have. It's our new series. People get to send in questions about their relationship. We have special guests, special podcasts, and this is our first Oceanside chat. I hope you enjoyed it. It was, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys will have different, because you know the thing is about this whole world that we're living in, and I don't want to bring the energy down, but I want to be real about it because society is moving so fast now, and we're losing so many people online, our friends, our family, the neighbors, people we know are doom strolling, and people are not interacting anymore, and no one is really having serious, fellowship and community conversations. It's very filtered now, and I think Oceanside Chat, like what we're doing, bring back fellowship. Like, hey, let's just hang out. It doesn't have to be, Instagrammable restaurants and everything. It's just fellowship. Let's heal. And and what my company, Homestyle Decorators, have taught me over the years of working, there's so many broken people. I've been in homes where people have millions of dollars to little, starter kit homes. But everybody that have called us to come into their home, it was something they needed at the last minute. It was frantic. It's like, I don't know, I just want it done. I have this person coming over. I have my family coming over. I need this looking a certain way. But it was really never, I have a new relationship with my husband. I want the house pretty for us. I want to feel good about my space. It was always a frantic. And I said to myself, I no longer want to be the healer. I am a designer. I create beautiful spaces. I want to make homes beautiful for people with the talent that I have and make a home feel like a resort Caribbean retreat. But it was always me leaving unfulfilled and broken at the end. I depleted myself. Have you experienced that? And you experienced that many times in the business we've been in. So when we're in the service business, we're always giving ourselves, and it's a trade no matter what. If you're a hairstylist, you're trading all that because people are coming in and dumping on you, and that's why we call it the unhealed home, and that's why we need to have these conversations. And I was talking to Terry earlier. Most people call you in and they share the beautiful pictures about their home. Oh, look at these beautiful homes, the designs that was created. But no one talks about the ugliness that it had to go to get there. Oh, but my husband hits me. He's a gambler. He's this. You know what? He's doing this. No one talks about that part that we really got to deal with before we get to the pretty part, right? And that's why I call the unhealed home and talking about this piece that we need to have conversation more of. And that's why I started Oceanside Chat, the forum, and allowing people to dump in and send your questions in. Let's talk about it. It's ugly. We all have different things we're dealing with. But home is ugly sometimes, and it happens in the four walls, and then we come out and show a beautiful face. And then you end up with a girlfriend you think is cool, and she's great, but until you get to it, you find out she's getting beat, or her home is in disarray, she overshops, she's hoarding. Where's this coming from? So we got to have these conversations before we have people coming into our lives, right? They become girlfriends, they're on dating apps, and no one is dealing with the unhealed home. And it all happens in the home, no matter what. Before someone can be your friend or date you, they got to find their peace, and you can't let them take yours. All right, so let's get to it. You said your piece.
Literally, she said her piece. Yes.
Get this room fragrance and find your peace.
Get this room fragrance right here. Tony style. Yes, right here.
I know. Before I lose light, I want to read the first Oceanside chat, and we're going to answer this question for this person. And that is the beautiful part about Oceanside chat on our website, giving people the opportunity to share what they're dealing with, and they don't. And because there's no, think about it. Online has made it unsafe to be real. Nobody's being real online. It's just pretty stuff. And I said, you know what? I've been in too many homes. And I was just sharing with her, I went to a home, and I'm going to leave this on this. I went to a home, and this lady was broken. She was so broken. The home was beautiful and well read. Go inside, and she wanted to redo the whole house. They just moved in together, beautiful 34-year-old woman, and her husband came out the room. He said, you're not going to do anything. What are you doing with the house? And she goes, honey, we talked about it. I just want to get the living room redone. And we talked about it, showed you my inspiration. And I told you the designer was coming over. And and she told me he has all of these sports memorabilia, you know, like, what's it called, Terry?
The cards, what?
No, sports gambling.
Oh, yeah. He's an addict. A sports betting.
Sports betting. He does the sports
Addict.
betting, and they get all of these little cups and little things. And, you know, and the whole house is filled with that. When you go to the casino, you know, they give you all
The
these
gifts,
these
yeah.
gifts. And she just wanted it done. She goes, I just want my peace. And it resonated with me with my first client. So it's that frantic space when you're needed. It's not the beginning, I'm in love and I just want the house pretty. It's always at the end. And he came out, he slammed the door, and the sports memorabilia fell off the wall. I'm like, okay, that's my cue to leave. So I left, and I told her to call me when things settle. I just, you know, but we leave with that. That's on us. That's on our chest. That's on our bodies. If you're a hairstylist, no matter what business, when you're in a service business, you leave with that energy. So I said I wanted to create a forum where women and men could feel safe to express themselves, and this is one of them. And we can answer the question for her, and I'll go on the forum and answer it. Well, hell, I am in my 40s, and I think I can see this at night. Give me the camera I'm kidding. Girl, I was really going to try to read this in the dark. Okay. A humbling moment, really humbling moment. Okay, dear Oceanside chat. As I pen down these words, my heart overflows with gratitude for having my partner in this beautiful journey of life. He is my greatest treasure, and each day with him feels like a celebration of love. I want to express how sad I am. As nice as our new home is, I don't feel like it's peaceful. I don't think it's fair that my partner keeps his ex-girlfriends, yes, birthday cards and pictures they have that they gave him before he and I. Please give me advice on what to do about it. I thought about getting rid of them myself, but it would likely create issues in our home. Truly MX, Oceanside chat.
Create issues?
Wow.
So what should she do?
He said it.
They need to talk about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let him know, like, this is causing me sadness and pain. This stuff is still here.
Okay, she needs to talk about it and let him know that it's causing her sadness and pain. And how would he feel if she kept things from her ex-boyfriend? That would definitely be a problem.
That's
a double standard. That's
the fact that she knows that he has these pictures, that means I think they talked about it before. But he doesn't respect the relationship enough in order to get rid of it. Right. It's kind of her fault for still being there. Yeah. Because the thing about it is that if a man is showing you that he doesn't respect you from the get-go, why would you still stick around? Period. Because it's not if it's something that serious, and he's just like waving off like it's not a big deal. It's a huge deal. And the fact that he's not getting rid of it, you got to make a decision as a man or woman to leave. It's just sometimes it's easy for us to say leave, but he's already telling you the respect factor already right then. A lot of times we take little things that are really big things and realize that they're going to be bigger things in the future. And it's a huge thing right now. But it's just hard to just make a decision and say, you know what, you're disrespecting me, I'm gone. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of people have the balls enough to actually just leave a relationship or just say, you know what, it's either that or that, because everything else is good. You know what I mean? But that's a huge thing. But that's a subconscious thing where it's just like that'll bother her because he's not actually making that decision to get rid of an ex-girlfriend's picture.
Okay,
She left them there to keep
that?
Probably she saw them there, all, stuff collected over the years, and she probably just left them to keep the peace.
But that's what I'm saying. That's her.
Yeah,
That,
she probably left them there to keep the peace.
but that's her.
Right.
That's her fault. She's not in peace though.
Brother.
It was what peace? There's no peace.
So
She's not. She.
communicated from the get-go.
We don't. I don't know.
Marriage,
I don't know.
and
She
said,
did.
Look, I don't agree with this. This is not right. So how did they get married?
But I don't think they're married. She said partner.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's just finding out about.
Well, I don't. That part I don't know.
No, and now all of a sudden, there's
No,
an issue.
no, she said.
Okay, she need. She need.
As
She need a light. She need a light.
As nice as our new house. Wait. As nice as our new home is, it's a new home. As nice as our new home is, they moved into it.
So that, yeah.
She knows what came in the house. She knows.
Like
Yeah,
I,
I think she probably knows, and she's sick of them being in the house.
like I said.
He probably got them in a drawer in the house. They gotta
I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The suggestion is that they
Absolutely.
need to go to therapy.
They need to go to a therapist
Immediately.
and get both sides of the story.
And make a decision from that point. I totally agree. You got to have the tough conversations, man. Got to.
But they gotta, maybe the therapist can make this guy understand.
Exactly.
What you're doing is disrespectful.
Got to have the tough
Well,
conversation.
let me ask you a question. If you need a therapist and you're not married, right? And you're in a relationship, you moved in together. Moving in together is such a commitment, number one. Like you gonna pack up your things and you're moving in and you're putting places. To now need a therapist is a big investment to me, but I understand what you're saying. This is like if you're gonna be husband and wife, it's worth
You gotta
it.
nip it in the bud now.
Yeah, but you don't have to nip it in the butt.
Yep. Right.
But here's my thing with the girlfriend's pictures and the birthday cards. I know some people hoard things, right? They keep things from childhood and things from college.
Memory hoarding.
They
Yeah.
keep things. So, and a lot of people do keep birthday cards and things like that.
Listen,
But from an ex,
listen. I'm not keeping my ex.
that's like a trauma bond thing.
Correct.
He hasn't.
Eh.
He needs to get rid of that.
Listen.
When I got divorced, literally, must have had 10 boxes full of cards, letters, all kinds of stuff. I threw it all out.
Listen. I agree with you. I
Release it.
I recently broke up with an ex like months ago, right? And I saw some stuff that we had together, and I'm talking to somebody now. I got rid of that shit because
Did you get rid of when you started talking to her and you felt like she was the
no,
girl?
before that, because I don't want that to be some kind of confusion. Yeah, why? That we're not together anymore. You know. Now, if it's with my children or somebody else, but you're holding on to something that is not there.
Gotcha.
And if you can't let it go,
Yeah.
if you can't let it go, that means you haven't found closure to
Correct,
that
correct,
relationship.
correct.
So you need to work on yourself and get the closure that you need.
I'll definitely add that in the forum, and thank you for that. And I'll let her, and that's the thing.
We're losing light.
Go on the forum and actually write in your comments and just
can't see myself
something
no
for them. That's going to be on TonyStyle.com.
You're too black.
And you're welcome to answer the questions people, pop in. And did you guys have any other questions? Did you enjoy
No,
the
this was
show?
great. Wonderful.
no.
We continued more.
I want to continue to
What's it say?
She wants to continue to keep her peace. That's what she said, right?
What?
She said, what did my mom say?
She wants to continue.
To
She wants
keep
to keep
their
going.
peace.
She
Yes,
wants to
that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
why
Yeah.
lose light though?
I'm going to give everybody one of these magazines that I had since 2022 in my box, and I haven't given them out. This is a local magazine. We were featured in the luxury edition, postal edition of Island Origins. And I would love for you guys to have it. It's great information, different artists, different businesses in the magazine.
Yes.
And thank you all for coming and supporting.
All right, thank you.
We're all 50% off on the fragrance, the real fragrance, and we'll do another Oceanside chat.
All right, beautiful. All right, everybody, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Love y'all.